Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Roll Esgazi coming at y'all back again with another video. I know that's like a typical, stereotypical introduction. But yeah, we're gonna do another casual gameplay here on PlayStation 5. And what better way to do this gameplay than no other than Astrobots on the PlayStation 5, which is an exclusive. Yeah, so this is actually, a lot of people like to refer to this game as, quote unquote, Sony's own, Super Mario, because that used to be the case with Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. But, of course, over time, those IPs eventually, because Activision is really the ones who own those IPs. So it was never really a Sony owned property such as, Astrobot or like, Jak and Daxter and vice versa. So, it's nice to see Sony have a platformer finally, and a really unique one at that. So, the cool thing about Astrobot is not only is it really fun to play with these certain, like, puzzles and challenges, but the game essentially offers a lot. It offers a lot of, like, different abilities. And right now I'm playing this level called Downside Surprise. And it's literally in the name because check this out. Look at that. And what's cool is that you can kind of just like do it as you please, and it's really, this is such a cool gimmick, it's such a like cool freaking gimmick, and you can do like so much with it, right? Because a good example here is there's this puzzle here, right? You can kind of like solve it, I suppose, traditionally in this sense, which I miss those coins, it's crazy, right? So you can kind of play it traditionally like that, but this ability in this game gives you like a lot of wiggle room to explore. Kind of like, I guess, in Breath of the Wild, where you can solve one puzzle like multiple ways, but instead of doing that, you can literally just do that. And just find the shortcut that way. So I think, I've been playing this game for the first time for like 2 weeks now, I believe, 1 week or 2 weeks. I bought it on sale for $40, which was a pretty good steal. Because this is like a traditional $60 game, but see, same thing here, I could just kind of cheese this. But, you can also just go about it, like, traditionally as well if you want to. But this gimmick is so interesting to me because, it kind of makes me, like, wish we had an Ant-Man game. Or some sort of game that, like, its main attraction was, like, the shrinking gimmick, But I would imagine it's like super hard to develop because you would run into like a lot of issues, I would presume, which is one of the main reasons I would imagine is why this particular what is this character's name? I think Kimiko, or the one that rolls. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, like, I would imagine that's why it's only, this ability is only exclusive to one level, right? But, please, 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 any game developer listening to this, please make an Ant-Man game, or please make a game similar to this level, like, the whole concept of shrinking as a whole, But yeah, so like I said, it's just kind of a casual video. I'm just gonna speak whatever is on my mind currently. I've been busy with my life, just been helping, those in need, or been trying to do a lot of good in this world. I've been working, um, socializing, hanging out with my friends and whatnot. Being there for my family. But yeah, a lot has happened, recently. Like I guess exclusively and worldwide. See, there's another example of me growing and shrinking. A lot has happened, a lot of cool stuff. First and foremost, the World Cup, man. Man, do I miss the World Cup. It was so awesome watching those games, and it was so awesome, going to the watch parties. I went to the official fan festival in my city, and it was so awesome. It was so awesome being there, and unfortunately, I couldn't attend a Mexico watch party, but man, like for one of the Mexico games, but I would have loved to, because everyone was so energetic, everyone was so happy, and just overall like having a good time. And I just think that's sometimes you can't grow. See that? I think that's cool. But I just it was so nice to see the community like be so close together for once. Instead of everyone like having to constantly fight and whatnot. Because I mean, I know the World Cup wasn't exactly friendly. You did have certain parties like kind of argue and whatnot, but overall, I think it was like pretty fun and pretty nice. What this is, I guess in case I fall, but it's because I feel like I missed the bot. That's why I'm like kind of trying to look for it. Oh, there it is. But anyways, yeah, so I'm really happy that Spain ended up winning. I do want to emphasize as well that I'm not like super into soccer like that, but I really enjoyed, watching the World Cup. I thought that was really fun. And I would always look forward to the games. Like I would literally watch the games at work, or I would watch the games, like at a bar, or like fan festival, like I said. So yeah, like even though I don't drink, just kind of like going for the vibes, it was really nice, and it really did make summer, go by quick, because when we're on the subject of sports, before the World Cup, the NBA was kind of hot and popping, and man, the New York Knicks ended up winning, and I don't know how to feel about that, because obviously the Spurs is kind of like, damn bro, kind of gotta support the Spurs in a way. The thing about the New York Knicks is I am kind of happy that they won. I know Wemby, I don't know, like he kind of made some poor calls, but and I think it kind of did like change the stakes of the game. But like a part of me is happy. Alright, get up there. A part of me is happy that the New York Knicks won, because they haven't won in like so long, you know what I mean? Like it had been, let me see that. Oh, there we go. It had been so long since the Knicks have won, and literally everyone like makes fun of the New York Knicks for sucking. And like the most notorious recent example that I can think of is the Pixar's movie Soul, right? Because she like kind of makes a comment. I forget what they're called. I guess they're called souls in the film. And she's like, oh, I always like messing with this team and making them lose. And it was the New York Knicks. So clearly, you know, Pixar was taking a snag at the New York Knicks. So, you know, a part of me is kind of happy for them in a way, because it's like, well, yeah, you know, they haven't had any sort of victory in a long time. But my goodness, the way the New York Knicks fans were acting was absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. I mean, they would literally beat up anyone who was wearing like a San Antonio Spurs jersey, which in my opinion, I don't really know like how to feel about the people who did that, because on one hand, it's kind of like, yeah, you know, you should low-key like it's your team, like you should have the right to wear that jersey, you know? But at the same time, you know, in my opinion, it's kind of like, hey, you know how these New York Knicks fans act, you know? Maybe don't wear a Spurs jersey, because yeah, more than likely you're gonna be getting harassed, you're gonna be getting beat up, you know, etc., etc. And it's like, yeah, you know, should the New York Knicks fans even be doing that to begin with? Absolutely not. They shouldn't be doing that to begin with. Oh wow, I didn't know this game had bowling mechanics. It's crazy. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, I see. That's cool. But yeah, you know, so I don't really think the fans should have acted the way they did. And it's kind of funny because, you know, they would trash the city, right? So they would trash the city when they would lose, right? Which, like, I mean, that doesn't even make any sense, because, like, it's like you're literally trashing the city that you, like, are supporting. But I think what's, like, super crazy is when they won for the finale, they trashed the heck out of the city. I'm just like, dude, y'all won. Like, why are y'all trashing the city? Like, what's going on, you know? They literally, they, like, destroy the taxi car or cab. Which I think that guy, I think they did a GoFundMe for that guy, so God bless. But it's just kind of like, dude, like, y'all trashed this city even when winning. like, please make that make sense to me, you know? Because, you know, because, you know, people are kind of making jokes saying, like, oh, like, I'm glad New York won, because if they lost, you know, they would have lost their marbles, which is kind of like, yeah, like, I know what y'all mean, you know, like obviously, I would imagine no one, you know, wants New York to go crazy, but like I said, you know, they literally won and they still trashed the city anyways. So it's like, what difference, you know, would it have made, right? Like, I don't think it would have made, like, no difference, you know? Like, it probably wouldn't have made, like, no difference, you know? But yeah, you know, that was pretty interesting when that was going on. You know, like I said, you know, part of me is kind of happy for the Knicks because they haven't won a championship in so long. So it was kind of like, I guess, refreshing to see, like, a new team, like, win for once, you know? But yeah, but I figured I was gonna get the level. I was trying not to. I was trying to, like, play it chill. Or I was trying to, like, mess with the mechanics. I can't believe I missed that. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry I had to see that embarrassing loss there. I guess we could go back to the hub world. Yeah, so see, I didn't 100% this. I'm missing a puzzle and the exit, but I guess we could go back and check it out and look for the puzzles. I really like the gimmick of this level. But yeah. D23, Disney 23, just occurred. And there was actually like a lot going on in general. Football's about to start. That's gonna be pretty nice to watch. And then, D23 just happened. Grand Theft Auto 6's Netflix preview is gonna be next week, which, yeah, that game that game is currently getting leaked like crazy right now. Rockstar never catches a break. I mean, their Netflix preview was literally next week, and all of a sudden, this game gets leaked. And it seems like the leaker in question is only doing it for most leakers just do it for plot, but this specific leaker, a lot of people are a bit confused by their motive, because they don't know if the leaker is just trying to promote their crypto, or if they have some sort of grudge against Rockstar, but the leaks are actually really bad, in terms of how much information they really have, because they seem to have basically the whole build of the game, because they even mentioned that they have the ending of the game and that they're going to reveal it. So a lot of people were kind of a little damn, because at first people were pretty excited about the leaks, because they were of course we want to see more GT. Here's the piece I was missing. Of course we want to see more GTA 6, because Rockstar is very notorious for hiding, they don't really like to show a lot of their game. They're very, very secretive. And it kind of sucks, because Rockstar likes to keep their game as low-key as possible. But then you have leakers, kind of just leaking it, but I mean, of course I'm interested in the leaks, but we'll see where it goes. I mean, at the end of the day, the Netflix preview is next week, which I really do hope, we see gameplay in that regard. But yeah, in other news, D23 was pretty cool. Disney went all out with a D23, which I'm happy that they did, because they showed a lot, and everything ended up being released on the internet anyway. So even though it was an exclusive event, everything ended up being officially released, or you could just watch someone recording it on their phone. But we got to see Star Wars Starfighter with Ryan Gosling. That looked pretty cool. I've been really into Ryan Gosling lately, because Project Hail Mary was such a great film. And him being Ghost Rider, which I think is a great casting, as a Johnny Blaze specifically, and him being in Starfighter, and Starfighter being more of a kind of an Andor type Star Wars project. That has me really, really excited. So I'm looking forward to that. And then it used to be called The Simpsons 2 movie, but now it's officially called The New Simpsons movie. They did show a clip of Homer Hollis Springfield trying to catch a baseball that I guess they could sell it for good money because I guess the star player had hit the home run. But I thought it was really interesting. You know, I thought it was super. I mean, it wasn't like super interesting, but I'm just really excited for a new Simpsons film at this rate. You know, because it's been so long since we've had a film, and I really, really love The Simpsons. Like, I don't really like the modern Simpsons, you know, minus a few Treehouse of Horrors. But overall, you know, The Simpsons, like, I grew up with The Simpsons, so classic Simpsons will always stay in my minds. But to see The Simpsons on the big screen again is definitely something, you know, really exciting and something to look forward to. And then, of course, we got the X-Men cast. I'm really happy that they're going for a younger X-Men, like people around my age. I'm also glad that they're going for like not so big name actors, you know. Because I know you have like Christopher Abbott and Adam Driver, you know, they're pretty big names, but you know, being Mr. Sinister and Professor Xavier, right? Um, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, Indy, super super awesome cast to have as Rogue, you know, and I think her being Rogue, you know, when you think about it, is an insane like butterfly effect because you know Obsession came out in May, which by the way that was a really great film. And Curry Baker and man, I should remember his friend's name. I think his friend's name is Cooper. But they're absolutely a goated team. I really liked Obsession. I thought that was an amazing film. And the actor who plays Vera, I believe his name's Michael, and Indy, they killed it. I mean, everyone killed it. You know, Mia Goth as well. I think that's her name. Their other friend in the film. But really great movie, and I'm really happy for Indy because you know she really killed that role, and to see her be casted as Rogue is super super awesome. You know, really really nice, really awesome. I'm really happy for her. You know, Storm's actress is also a completely like new actress. You know, like she's only done theater work. I don't think she's ever been in an actual Hollywood project. So she must have killed her audition for her to be casted. You know, and she already looks like the part. You know, she looks like Storm. She gives off Storm vibes. So you know, Kit Harington. As Cyclops, that's gonna be cool. So yeah, you know, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for X-Men. I'm excited to finally see the X-Men in the MCU officially, you know. But yeah, speaking of films, Backrooms, you know, I really like that Kane. I don't know why I'm stumping on names, but Kane, I believe is his name. Kane Patterson, just Kane. Yeah. I'm really happy that he was able to like direct the film, and I think the Backrooms was like pretty unique. It's kind of funny because Obsession in the Backrooms, came out like back to back. You know, they came out back to back, and both movies kind of have the same concepts where they make the protagonist like the antagonist of the film, you know, because Bear in Obsession is definitely by any means not like a good person. You know, I mean, that dude is pretty douchey and selfish in the film, and same thing with the character in Backrooms, because technically speaking, the therapist is the main character in Backrooms, or the psychiatrist. But uh, in the film, you know, we start off with the point of view of the furniture salesman, and then we kind of just go from there, you know. So it's kind of, you know, interesting that both films like did the same gimmick. But you know, who would have thought that who would have thought that summer would start off with like two amazing horror films, you know? And I really think that 2026 in general is going to be the year of horror films, because we still have, you know, Clayface coming out soon, and you know that's also exciting. It's a DC project. It's going to be our first look at the DC, you know, James Gunn's version of Gotham City. So that's going to be pretty cool, you know. But I think Clayface is also going to be like a unique take on the, you know, horror genre as well. Hopefully, you know, I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, you know, and we got the Doomsday trailer, which the leaks about, you know, Tobey Maguire being in the opening are like leaking everywhere, so now the casual audience is kind of getting on it as well. Pretty sure it's like 100% confirmed, but man, it is going to be really exciting to see that, you know, to see that actually like in person, you know, because just to see Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire on screen together, and then like throwing in Deadpool and like the other X-Men, and maybe even like Dr. Octopus, Illegal, Green Goblin, Damien, it's just like, dude, like that already sounds awesome, sis. You know, like that already sounds super cool. I do think Doomsday is kind of just random, in my opinion. Because, you know, I feel like there was like really no build up to it, especially just kind of shoehorning in Doctor Doom, who hasn't even been in the project. I mean, they couldn't even include them in like Fantastic Four at least, you know, because I don't like to count the end credits scene. You know, that's just technically that scene is in Avengers Doomsday, so that doesn't even really count, you know. I don't know why they went about it that way, but I mean, regardless, I already bought my tickets for my friends and I, and my cousins, so yeah, I'm gonna be seated opening weekend, you know, because that was the same case for Spider-Man. And man, you know, Spider-Man was amazing. I really liked with Brand New Day that they approached it. They approached the film more with a like an emotional aspect to it. Like it wasn't really like action. It was more so like, oh, like here's like a story. Like here's Peter Parker's story. Here's Jean Grey's story, and like we get to see like Peter struggle with MJ and whatnot, and I love it. I love it. I love that they didn't get back together because Doctor Strange's spell is obviously like a really powerful spell, you know. Um, but the swinging scenes were beautiful in the film. I'm in love with the new suit. Really, really love that you can see the wrinkles and everything. I'm glad they're going for a more practical effect with the suits. And then the fact that Hulk, Bruce Banner, the Punisher, Jean Grey, Damage Control, MJ, I think, maybe not MJ, but and Spider-Man were all in the same scene together. Dude, that actually blows my mind. Like, what a thought that in the MCU specifically, that the Punisher, Jean Grey, the Hulk, and Spider-Man will all be in the same place at the same time together. That just sounds really, really cool, And Sadie Sink does make me more excited for the MCU because she really killed it as Jean Grey. And I really enjoyed the Punisher in the film. I thought the Punisher was super, super amazing in the film. Like, I've always been a big fan of Joe Berfinal, and seeing the Punisher be in the MCU felt so satisfying because, he was only ever on Netflix and TV. So to see him officially be on the big screen and interacting with all these MCU characters, it felt absolutely surreal. It really did. It felt awesome to see that come into effect. Yeah, that was a great movie. Summer was really cool overall. It was a good summer overall. The World Cup, Spider-Man, Obsession backwards. Where can you go wrong? Wow, look at all these references. You got Astro Bot, or I'm sorry, you got Ape Escape, Crash Bandicoot, Final Fantasy, Castlevania. A lot of notorious IPs here. I think this is the customization of the closet, so I can wear all these costumes, right? Jak and Daxter too, which I've been playing a lot of Jak and Daxter lately. The game holds up surprisingly well. Naughty Dog has always been in my childhood or my life because I really love The Last of Us. I love The Last of Us. And then of course, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, vice versa. But yeah, what else is there to discuss overall? Ocarina of Time remake, that got officially debuted or unveiled. Super, super excited for that. Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games ever. So I'm really hoping Nintendo drops more information on that game alongside, having a gameplay trailer for. I know it's the same game, but still, I still am curious as to how ambitious this remake will be, right? That's really exciting. Dustbloods and Kingdom Hearts 4. is coming to Switch 2 as well, and Coco got confirmed to be in the game. That's gonna be really cool. Can't wait to see that. I'll probably get Kingdom Hearts 4 on the PS5, but you never know, I might get it on Switch 2 as well. I am gonna get the Kingdom Hearts collection on the Switch 2, because I really want to play the old games, portably. I think that would be like a good vibe. Like going from PS2 to that, that would be pretty sick. But yeah, overall, I'm getting a little tired. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I do gotta get up early for work tomorrow, but check it out for Spyro. Spyro also got a new game events too. Oh wow. I was not expecting him to do that. But yeah, I truly hope everyone has been doing amazing in life lately. By the way, they're in the shadows, which I think is a new detail because these are vampires. But yeah, as always, God bless it. Remember, God is everything. I've been trying to read the Bible a lot more and study things like that in general. But I have been pretty busy, but I still, at least read the Bible verse, every day. But yeah, I truly hope everyone has been good. Remember to never give up. Remember to always keep your head up. Sometimes life can be hard, but you're gonna get back up. I promise. But as always, everyone, God bless and much love. I'm excited for Wolverine 2. That comes out in like a month. So I'm trying to beat this game so that way I can, get Wolverine and play that game. Hopefully Insomniac delivers. I'm sure they will. Because I've been replaying Spider-Man and that game has been fun. But yeah, maybe I'll do another food review or do another face video. I really want to record a GTA 6 gameplay video, but kind of more official. I want to stream it, but I want to have a face cam because I want to show my face as I'm playing the game. So hopefully I can figure that out somehow. But other than that, God bless, much love, and this is Royalist Gussie signing out. Peace. And that's me waving, by the way.